I'm Cooksey, off of Nice Touch, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough of how to set up and use Nice Touch inside your editing software. So here we are. I've got Premiere open and we've got Nice Touch open as well. This works with DaVinci Resolve or Premiere, and depending on which one you have open or connected, you can choose what you're going to use over here. So we've got Premiere for now. I've loaded some footage into Premiere, back over to Nice Touch. The first thing you're going to see is this page. You may or may not be connected to Adobe Premiere or Resolve. And the first thing you want to do is go over here and make a new project. So we're going to make a new project, and I'm going to call this demo project. And over here in analysis is where you're going to pull in the files that you're working with. So I've got my rushes here. We're going to drag them into here, and queue them up, and we're going to press add to queue. And now each of these is going to get uploaded and analyzed in order for Nice Touch to work with it. And there we go. All 6 of those have been analyzed, and it's quite quick. It doesn't take too long, but depending on the length of your video, it might take a bit longer. So the next step, and the main one, is we go over to the Nice Touch Assistant, and then we can start talking to it. And I'm going to say, tell me about the transcripts on this project and what I have in Premiere. Here we go. So key files, what it is, total words, all of this stuff. This is quite helpful. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, analyze all of the transcripts and write me a brief for this project. There we go. Right, let's have a look, see if it's written the brief. And it has. So overview, personal documentary exploring the importance of hobbies and maintaining mental health and creativity, which is my intention. It's what it was. We can go in and edit this as well if we want. So core narrative, all of this stuff. What I'm going to put at the end actually here is I'm going to say final deliverable 2 mins. So we're going to save that. And then we're going to go back over here and be like, okay, build me a rough tab now. There we go. All right. We've got our new sequence here, and it is, almost 2 minutes long. Let's have a little review. I'm in the garage, and I just like film a piece while I'm here, because let's check the edit points. And I'm like super into it, but if I wasn't doing this, like if I didn't have this other thing that like was in my brain space, like I would go a bit mad, and I always have to have something. Yeah, like tons of stuff. This beer's a bit of an experiment. I've made a stout, so like, Cool. So this is good. But what I might want to do is go and re-edit this a little bit. And obviously I can go in here and I can make my tweaks and I can change things. But let's assume I've watched through it and I want it to be more about hobbies than actual beer making. I can say it to that. I can say, this is good, but it needs to focus more on hobbies than actual beer making. Do a re-edit. Oh, got a new version, and here we go. Yeah, some different edits in there. Let's see what we got. I'm addicted to hobbies anyway, but this is kind of the latest one. And like, why am I talking about this? Yeah, some of the same stuff. I've got tons and tons of hobbies. I make gardening and stuff like that, but like I always have to have something. I have to have something in my brain that isn't. So there you go. You can see we can kind of go back and forth with it, and you can make your edits. You can go and chat to it, and it'll kind of keep that stuff. And you've got a record of all of your timeline so far, so you're not losing anything. It's non-destructive, so you can be working on it, getting it to do stuff, copying things between timelines, whatever works for you really. And so there you have it. That's the essential workflow with Nice Touch. You're making a project, you're pulling in the rushes to analyze them, and then you're getting it to work inside your existing editor. And this will work with DaVinci Resolve as well. I'm keen to know what you think, what you want to see, what you want to change, what you would expect to see in terms of like the UI and the UX and how it works, because we're constantly developing this, and we've got some really big features coming. So let me know.